Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, my Stinger Hive Fleet Army Showcase. And here you are looking at around 7,000 points of Tyranids, all painted up in the Stinger Hive Fleet colours. Now, this is pretty much everything I own, apart from two minis, which is the Harpy stroke Hive Crone and then the Toxicrene, which obviously I've got to paint up. But this is everything for now that I own. So what I'm going to do is run through each of the units, let you have a closer look, show you the bits and pieces that I've done, and hopefully this will be an enjoyable video for you. Okay, let's get to it. So I'm going to start moving in a bit closer. Now this, just out of reference, is on a standard 6x4 footboard. So you can see the size of the army. This is just 7,000 points, so this is actually quite a small Tyranid army really, compared to some people's. So I can imagine Ace, when he does his 1000th video special, getting his army out on the table. That's going to be something else to see. So if you really love your Tyranids, don't forget to check Ace Face's channel out. I should put a link in the description below. Awesome Tyranid channel, go and check it out. Okay, so let's have a look at my Neds. So I have at the back 8 of these mycetic spores, stroke Tyranids, whatever they're called, the new ones. Obviously these are going to be stand-ins. I need to convert these up with guns, put them on bases and have them floating. That's a future project. But yeah, I've got 8 of those. On the side here, on the sidelines as such, we've got some gargoyles. Currently have 18 gargoyles. I am planning on getting another 12, so I can have 3 squads of 10, of course. Then we have 2 winged hive tyrants or flyrants. They both have magnetised arm options, so I can have the scything talons and everything if I want to. And this guy here, his wings come off, and I can make him into a swarm lord or into just a walking hive tyrant if I want to. So loads and loads of options there. In the middle we have 3 Morlocks, currently in the Morlock pose because that's how I use them. But once again these are fully interchangeable, so I'm going to have all 3 options, the Morlock, the Trigon Prime and the Trigon. Now all of the sort of interchangeable option units that I do have videos on, so you can always check the archives if you want. And for some reason, even though it's winter, someone's mowing their lawn. It's really noisy, sorry about that. So yeah, in the archives I've got videos on how to magnetise those guys. Right, this guy here, stretching over, this is my Tervigon conversion that I did when we didn't have any Tervigons. It's basically a Carnifex. I beefed up the arms with some green stuff, did a few bits and pieces to it. Yeah, that's a Tervigon. Obviously they brought the real Tervigon model out way after this was made, and it's a much bigger mini. I don't use Tervigons really now, to be fair. You know, Tervigon tax is just way too expensive, and we don't really need it. I mean, everything's scoring anyway, so even Ripper Swarms, wow. That is my Tervigon. I suppose I can just use him as Carnifex, especially now the Carnifex comes on this big base anyway. Right, then we have 2 more Carnifexes there. This one here is not magnetised because I did that one before it's magnetised, so that's just got the scything talons on. But this guy is magnetised. I've got all of the weapon options, all the different gun options. So 2 of those. And then on the sidelines here again, 3 Biophors. And this is roughly how my Toxicrene is going to look, because he has those like red sacs there. And that's what I'm planning to do on my Toxicrene, like brain section. So yeah, 3 of those, 21 of these are all metal ones, because all my stuff's really pretty much old school. So spore mines, we've got 21 of those. There's some objectives at the back there. And then continuing on the sidelines, we have 21 scything talon Hormagaunts. And then just sweep over to this side. On this side we've got another 20 Hormagaunts. Okay, so now let's have a look at the back again. So here we have my Shrike, or Winged Warriors as I always call them. So there's 8 of those altogether. Quite an expensive unit, these, but they're all magnetised on their bases. And working my way across, I've got the Tyranid Prime. Now he's magnetised again, his head comes off and everything, so he can be a normal warrior if I want to. Now talking of magnets, this is what I do with all of my weapon options. I put them in bags and I just name them, like Warriors Prime, Carnifex number 2. I just put number 2 on the bottom of the base of the Carnifex, then Trigon 1, Trigon 2. Works quite well, gets all the weapon options together. So yeah, next to the Prime, where is he? There. I have some warriors. I've actually got 12 warriors altogether. 3 of them have the different weapon options on there. Really like the warriors models actually. I think they're pretty cool. I know these are old ones, but they still look like a classic Nid mini. So it's the warriors. And then over here we have the Ravener. Again, it's all old school stuff. These are metal. Difficult to store with metal because obviously it might chip everywhere. But yeah, I've got 6 of those. And then we've got some Venom Thropes. These are my least favourite minis, mainly because they're fine cast poo. Yeah, very breakable, very bendy. Mine had a missing fin, I had a green stuff with fin in. Yeah, not my favourite mini. Good on the table, but yeah. And I have 3 Hive Tyrant Guards. Old school ones once again. Now I didn't like these minis previously, but now I've painted them. I'm really liking them. Quite happy with those actually now, to be fair. 3 lictors. I do eventually want to get more lictors. This guy here I use as the Death Leaper if he's not just normal lictor with his claws up. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely invest in more lictors at some point. And then we have my Zone Thropes Brood with Doom Blante, or whatever his new name is. Very good to see him back. Slightly different incarnation, but it's pretty cool to have him. So that's that big section. In the middle we have some Genestealers. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 Genestealers. Again, most of these are old school apart from these ones, which I had to well, convert them up because they were in a terrible state when I got them. I think they were made by, you know, a youngster as such. Some of the arms were glued on back to front and things like that. I must admit, I'm not a huge fan of these. I think they're quite monkeyish. They look like monkeys to me. I prefer these old ones. But anyway, yeah, so I've got 50 of those with 2 Broodlords, 1 converted. This is the guy you saw in my Tyranid Time project. And then an original Broodlord. And I'm hoping to get one of the new Broodlord minis as well. In the middle here, we've got the Gant Broods, or Gants. Quite a number of these. So as far as I can remember, I've got 20, 40, 60, 80, yeah, I've got about 97 minis I think altogether. This massive bunch of here, that's all Hormagaunts. And I've got them distinguished in different units by their towels mainly. There is one squad here, these are Spine Fist ones. So that's 20 of those. And then here there's a massive squad of 30, which is my Tervigon tax ones, if I ever want to use them. But they are actually split down into squads of 10. So I've got 10 with a really small yellow tipped towel, 10 with a medium yellow tipped towel, and 10 with a big yellow tipped towel. That helps me distinguish the units. And then over this side I've got some black toweled ones, so basically ones that haven't been painted on there, or they've got a little pattern going down the tail, what I call the black tail one. And again, they're split up into different sized units. I've got this one with this design tail. So when, you know, if I am spawning, I've got lots of different sized unit options. So that's the Gants. At the front we have some Ripper Swarms. I've got one squad, but what I've done is I've split them up. One squad of 10, but I've split them up into 2 squads of 5. So there's 4 on a base for those 5, and there's 5 on a base of those 5s. Rippers are pretty cool now. Okay, I think they went up in points, but you know they are scoring now. It's quite nice deep striking them in, maybe with the little guns on there. Although of course now we've got the pods back, maybe not quite as viable. And then lastly, I have my defence line, which is pretty cool. You've probably seen that in a previous video. Finished it off quite nicely, and that's obviously painted on the inside. I'm going to come around the other side, you can see it from behind. This is how I would see it when I'm playing with it. So that's the inside of the defence line there. And yeah, that is how my army looks from behind. Very, very happy with this. I said it's a pretty simple paint scheme, but seems to work quite well. I mean, it looks pretty threatening on the table, I think, with that sort of insectoid type, wasp type look. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's it. You're probably getting bored now. I will take some still pictures. I'll put them up at the end so you can have a slightly closer look at those. That's it from me. Thanks for watching.